Okay, we're back. Remember, subscribe. And tomorrow, we're continuing it with I wrote this all down. 1 second. With Tailor Made. Tailor Made's tomorrow, but today, push-ups. We're gonna start with the original version of push-ups. Hopefully, this doesn't get blocked or anything. But if you remember, this version dropped first. It was a leaked version. It had some alternate lines. Why do I keep saying it like that? Alternate lines. Did it have like an extra verse? I don't remember, but I remember this one coming out and everybody was like, is this AI? Because obviously this when like the AI craze was going on. We were all wondering, is it AI? Is it real? Whatever. I landed on the side of it being real. I forgot what the reason was. Maybe I just thought it was too good to be AI or what. I don't know what I thought, but it felt real. I think this came after the apology. I'm not sure. I think it was after the apology. And with that being said, this is when it felt like, okay, this is now we're getting not just like friendly competition battle territory. Now, okay, now we got some beef brewing, rap beef, not, beef, but, some real rap is about to happen right now. And I kept hearing a noise somewhere in the house and I couldn't figure out where it was coming from. Turns out it was coming from my turtle. Like just banging around. It's a little, what's it called? Tank. But yeah. What was I saying? Subscribe. And tomorrow we're going to do Tailor Made. But today we're doing push-ups. We're going to start with the original leaked version. Hopefully this works. This one is it. But yeah, if you remember, there was a leaked version first that had different lines. And I remember I did a lyric video for this, not a full length one, it's a short. So it would take forever to find, or I think I have a playlist that is like lyric video shorts. It should be in there, but the original version is in there. The quality is a bit lower. The beat is different. The beat is much more pared down. There are some lines that are different. Yeah. So I want to check that out first, the original leak. Hopefully this is it. And then I want to go to the official version because I heard this first. Like I want to go in the timeline of events as far as like when we heard things. So yeah, I think this was post apology, J. Cole apology. So this is like when it felt like, okay, now things are actually picking up, because Drake's not going to apologize. So let's go.
YouTube ads is made for your business.
I'm getting ads about an ad.
Bring your brand to life with target.
Wait. Okay. And like I said, if you want to know my thoughts on the other reactions or other songs so far. So first person shooter we did, like that we did, 7-minute drill we did. Those videos are out. Follow the timeline of events. I'm not going to speak on those. So yeah, go check those out and subscribe because we're going to continue this tomorrow, the next day, et cetera, et cetera. I haven't heard these, like I said in the first video, I haven't heard these in a very long time intentionally because I knew I was going to do this on this channel and I wanted to feel fresh. I haven't heard this in a long time. I haven't heard the leaked version probably since it came out and I made the lyric video. And I want you to understand, as somebody who makes lyric videos, I've listened to all of these songs more times than you could imagine. I have to sit there and rewind each line, like pick it apart. Like I have to do that. So I did that with this song. I did that with Euphoria. Not like Us. All these songs, every single one. So I don't want to hear your comment about, oh, you didn't understand that. I understand it. Trust me. I don't care. But so I say that to say, I understand these records as far as, let's just get into it. Just comments are stupid sometimes. I can never be nobody #1 fan. Yeah, see, like it already just sounds so much more pared down and not as polished. But yeah, let's just get into it. Sorry. Your first #1, I had to put it in your hand. I thought he was talking about Kendrick with this line, but I think he was talking about Ross. Number one, I had to put it in your hand. Because I don't think he had Kendrick's first number one song with Poetic Justice, was it? I don't know, but I thought he was talking about Kendrick when he with this line initially. Unless he's talking about somebody else. I'm not sure. A lot of this. You pussies can't get booked outside America for nan. I'm out in Tokyo because I'm big in Japan. I'm the hit maker, y'all depend on. Tough on record in my city, it was friend zone. You won't never take no chain off of us. How the fuck you big stepping with a size 7 man's on? That flip, like he's already doing it. He's flipping the Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. He's flipping that just like Kendrick flipped the For All the Dogs Go to Heaven, AK with all these nines, PC cemeteries. He's flipping the Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Like, this is a real rap battle. So like when I'm going into this, I'm scoring it like I would score a rap battle. Like, I'm scoring the punchlines, the bars, the rebuttals, the name flips. Like, that's the type of things I'm paying attention to. So I don't want to hear it from these fans and be like, oh, it doesn't matter because he was talking about this and talking about that all the time. Bro, they're both making stuff up at certain points. So I'm going to pay attention to the bars. I'm going to pay attention to all these different other aspects. And for rap fans, to say that type of stuff doesn't matter at certain points, it's disgusting. But I know to Drake and Kendrick, that stuff matters because that's what they're doing. They wouldn't be doing it if it didn't matter, if that wasn't important, if that wasn't the thing that we should be focusing on. So I'm paying attention when they have these little rebuttal battles back and forth about the Michael Jackson and Prince thing. I'm paying attention to that. We're going to pay attention to who gets the last word, who has the best flips on that. Like, those things matter. I look you big stepping with the size 7 men's on. What's up? When y'all cook up, shook up, 50 like some push-ups. I liked the dark. This feels darker. It feels more intimate. It feels more like I just rapped on whatever and dropped it like that. I like that. But and I didn't like I didn't dislike it, but I liked this better than the official version. But I think in hindsight, I do like the official version better. I think that was the right move to drop an official version. But this, I like this too. Might rip. That line was trash. Make it witty. From the Swifty. Better drop and give him 50. Yeah, so here, and this is, we're going to talk about something that's like at the core of this battle. Kendrick Lamar fans. I am a Kendrick Lamar fan. Not a stan. I'm not an idiot, but I'm a fan. I've been a fan for a very long time, probably longer than you. So shut up when I say this. Kendrick Lamar fans are sitting there. They always say, oh, he's dissecting Drake. He's picking Drake apart. He's dissecting his character. He's not. Are you not paying attention to what Drake is doing? That is exactly what Drake is doing to Kendrick as well. Like, you guys give points to Kendrick. And I know it sounds like I'm just like attacking Kendrick right now, but that's just because I feel like a lot of what Drake is doing in this battle is getting swept under the rug when it shouldn't be the case. If you're giving points to somebody for doing something, if the other person does it, if the other party does it, you have to give them the points too, give them their flowers too. Drake is dissecting Kendrick's career. He's dissecting Kendrick as a person. He's telling you, this isn't the internet darling you love. This isn't like the humble guy you all respect. This guy is doing songs with Maroon 5, which is what he did. Songs with Taylor Swift. He's not dropping because Taylor Swift was also dropping that week. He's popping out at fashion shows and doing album release concerts, not in the hood. He's in Paris at a fashion show. You know what I mean? Like, he is dissecting Kendrick too. And these are all valid criticisms of Kendrick. And you have to acknowledge that. If you don't, you're just a stan and you're a weirdo. I'm here for the battle. I'm not here for the bias and stuff. If anything, I'm biased against Drake. But if he's doing something positive, I'm going to acknowledge it. And this is one of the things I think he did fantastic in the battle. I think he picked Kendrick apart. It's just Kendrick's personality and the way people view him is so Teflon. It's like you can't scratch it. It's just everybody views him as this god, this hip hop savior, this legendary lyrical miracle. He cares about the people, social, political, fucking whatever. like, like his status is just so solidified. Even if what you're saying is valid, we're not listening. You know, that's what that felt like. Pants might rip. Then he's talking about the contract with Top Dog, which, to be fair, he was off of Top Dog at this point, but he had been on it for a decade plus, so it is valid to go after it. Better make it witty. Pip squeak, pipe down, you ain't in no big three. Interscope, heard those lines a million times before. The Game said them before. The Game said it actually on a song with Kendrick, The City, from like 2011. He said Interscope, but a million rappers have said Interscope. As far as the you ain't in no big three, SZA got you wiped down, Travis got you. I believe Travis does do bigger numbers. SZA probably does bigger numbers, but SZA's not a rapper. You know, Travis is valid. And that, again, poking holes in the big three conversation. I think the big three thing is it's all a myth, just created by those three big fan bases that want to just hold those rappers in that big three. Even if they're not selling as much as somebody like Travis, they're not making album as good as somebody like a Big Sean, or they're not rapping as good as somebody like, I don't know, name somebody that raps really well. But so like, because it's not about sales, because if it's about sales, then Travis would be in that big three. It's not about rapping ability. It's not about albums, because if that's the case, then Big Sean, I feel like, would undisputedly be in the big three. A Wale would be more in consideration for the big. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of artists that rap really well, either do numbers or they drop great albums. I think, call it bias, call it whatever, because I'm from Detroit, whatever. But like Big Sean's Detroit 2 is better than most of their last projects, if not all of their last projects in the big three. Like, he's been dropping fantastic projects. He's also been rapping his butt off, incredibly. I think there's a lot of guys that outside of battle rap like bar for bar, rap better than Drake. But you can't take Big Drake. You can't take Drake out of the big three because his stature, right? But if we're talking about stature, then why isn't somebody like Travis in the big three? Okay, well, he doesn't rap as good as Kendrick. So what's it about? You know what I mean? So it's just fake. It's fake. The point I'm making is the big three is fake. It's not real. It never has been real. So maybe like in 2015 it's been real, but even then, like, Cole dropped dud albums. Nobody took his spot out of the big three. Why? Because it's fake. Aftermath of what I write down. I like the wordplay there. It's light. It's very transitional. And battle rap, that's acceptable, as long as you don't, like, if that was where you landed, you gonna feel the aftermath of what I write down. Like, but if it's like a transitional just wordplay, that's fine. Gotta hike down. I like that a lot. I don't even know if I caught that when I think this is my first time catching that. At the top of the mountain. I'm at the top of the mountain just to have this talk at a hike down. Is when you like hike something up, like somebody said, like hike up your skirt, or like so like it's hike down, like hunching down. And is that a double entendre for like hiking down, but then also hiking down the mountain? Because I literally only interpreted that before as just hike down, like I had to hunch down. I didn't even think about the previous line about getting down off the mountain. So yeah, even now I'm catching things. If that is a double entendre, maybe I'm just stupid and that one just whipped over my head. Mike then and Mike now. V1. So I guess before this, and I don't really care about a Weeknd diss track. I don't care about A$AP Rocky because he didn't respond with a full diss track. which really I don't care for his next album because he still hasn't done that to my knowledge until he drops like a full diss record towards Drake, because Drake is coming at him. I don't want to hear anything because I'm not with the subliminal disses, but I don't want to hear anything ASAP's dropping until that happens. But yeah, so it is, you have to acknowledge that a lot of people are dissing Drake at this time. I believe Weeknd was, Ross said something, I think, I don't know, something with Ross, I don't know, but I don't know if Drake came at Ross first or Ross said something, I don't know, but the point is a lot of dudes are coming at Drake at this time. So when he says, what is this, a 20v1, that is valid. Like, I feel like people just dismiss that is 100% valid. So in this, I guess this is where I can understand somebody saying, I can more so understand somebody saying Drake got bodied or whatever the case is. That I don't think Drake got bodied at all. You can say he lost if you want to, but he'd not get bodied. Let's be perfectly clear. But he spent too much time focusing on other people when I think a lot of people wanted him to focus on Kendrick. But I think Drake was in a position where he couldn't win, because if he did that and then he ignored Ross, he ignored Weeknd, he ignored ASAP, then everybody would be like, oh, you got to respond to them. You got to respond to them too. You got to respond to them. Like, well, you just, Drake or Ross bodied you, ASAP bodied you, Weeknd dissed you, and you didn't say. Like, he's in a position where he can't win. But he went at everybody, which I think is hard. I grew up on 50 Cent. That type of behavior isn't new to me, and I think it's dope. I think that's super dope. When you just got all these people coming at you, just take them all on. I think that's fire. That's fire to me. I don't know how you look at that and you don't think that's fire. That's like Ip Man or whatever, when he fights like 10 people at one time. That's fire. And even if you lose, you went down swinging, and that's respectable to me. But he still took out everybody else. Let's be clear. Let's be perfectly clear. But we'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah, I think that's dope to me. Like, I'm going to give credit where credit's due. Again, if I'm biased against anybody, I'm biased against Drake. I'm giving credit where credit's due, though.
Yeah, I'm a six god, I'm one nigga. What's a prince to a king? He a son, nigga. What the fuck is this, a 20?
Again, this is the Prince Michael Jackson flip. He flips it back. It's like tennis. It's like he hit it right back to Kendrick. Kendrick flipped his Michael Jackson thing. Drake called himself Michael Jackson for getting another number one. I think he either tied or beat Michael Jackson with first person shooter with the number ones. Kendrick said Prince outlived Mike Jack. He said, what's a prince to a what's a prince? He hit it right back. He hit the ball back. And that's a dope line. So now Kendrick either has to hit the ball back or he drops the ball, and that's a point for Drake. It is what it is. That's how this works. And where that's a bar. What Kendrick said was just a hard line. So it wasn't necessarily anything clever. It was just Prince outlived Mike Jack. That's what happened. But it's hard, but it's not necessarily like a clever, crazy clever line, Whereas Drake's line had a little bit more wit to it. So with that, I give that a little bit more points over something just being hard. I guess it just depends on how you look at battle rap, right? There are a lot of battle rappers that make careers out of just being aggressive and violent in the way they're speaking to somebody, but they're not necessarily the most clever. So I guess it's how you enjoy battle rap. I enjoy more of like the clever lines. And my standards do not change based on who it is. Again, if I'm biased against anybody, I'm biased against Drake. I feel like I'm defending Drake a lot, but it's because I have to in this context, because I feel like a lot of people are ignoring a lot of these things. But whatever, let's continue. Make some drums. That's fire. But again, that's not clever or anything. It's just tough. It's hard. It is what it is. And like, people ignore the fact that everybody was saying that. This was a whole meme. People were going to Metro Boomin concerts and screaming that at him. Like, we're ignoring. I'm stuck on this because I feel like a lot of this stuff got forgotten. This was huge. Come from it. Run from it. So he's talking about Weeknd there. Wicked, wicked, wicked. Now it's Future. So he's interweaving like the punchlines and the clever wordplay with the truth. I don't know if this is the truth, so I'm not going to say it's the truth, but as far as we know, this is the truth from what Drake is telling us. That hurts. That's just battle rap 101, and it's dope. Wicked, wicked, wicked. And then the flow change here is dope. It's just smooth. Probably got your Chanel. Chip a nail. Like, okay. And I remember seeing criticism for that line, like, oh, chip a nail, that's corny. Bro, that's the point. It's like comedy. Like, don't make me have to chip a nail. Like I'm so pristine, like a woman would say, oh, I don't want to chip a nail. Like, it's like, don't make me have to chip a nail. Like, that's so beneath me. You know what I mean? Don't make me come down there and beat the brakes off you type of thing. Like, don't make me have to get rough. And I like that. I thought that line was hard. I thought it was super dope. Have to chip a nail. That was next Christmas. Oh, what? Did he say Christmas at some point? Am I mixing something up? Maybe I just made that up. Oh, that feels different. Maybe I'm. Oh, next visit. So he's basically saying Top Dog is extorting him, and I don't know if that's the case. I think it's probably just an angle Drake is taking in the battle. I don't think Top is extorting Kendrick, especially because Kendrick doesn't drop very often. But I mean, at the time, it seemed like a decent angle to take. Now, what is he saying here? So I'll be with some bodyguards like Whitney. That's when he starts alluding to Whitney, Kendrick Lamar's wife, sleeping with a bodyguard or Dave Free. I don't know that whole drama. I don't really care. But that's when it gets personal. So, yeah, he brought family into it. But whether or not he made it up, that's just battle rap. And Kendrick's going to start making stuff up too. We're going to get to that, but Kendrick makes stuff up too. But I don't know if it doesn't, we don't know if it's made up. Like, I still don't know. Like, I don't know of any information about this. I don't know if there is any truth to it. I don't know if they had like a relationship at some point and him and Kendrick are cool. I don't know. I don't know if he got this information, if this is valid. And I think people misconstrue Kendrick's relationship with Dave Free as saying that's evidence that this didn't happen, because it's not. I mean, there's people that are friends that, you know, they've dated each other's significant others or whatever, like that happens. So I don't remember seeing any solid evidence that this never happened or this isn't a thing. I don't remember Dave Free or Kendrick saying that's not a thing. I don't remember Whitney coming out and saying, you know, they never, whatever. Like, so I don't know unless I missed something. So maybe there is some truth to it. Maybe there isn't. Regardless, he came out swinging. I think Drake did possibly make a mistake by alienating people with this song, because there are a lot of people that wear size 7 shoes or whatever. There are a lot of people that are as Kendrick's height. Drake's tall. Drake is like 6'2". A lot of people aren't 6'2". So pretty much anybody who's closer to Kendrick's height than they are to Drake's, they probably either subconsciously or consciously felt some type of way. So I think that possibly was a mistake too, because he's already alienating himself from the people. When in a battle where you're already alienated from the people, you're fighting the people's champ, Kendrick Lamar. And you're just saying, F it. You're a midget. And everybody who you're riding, or everybody who supports you that's the same height, or even supports me that's the same height or around the same, it's a midget too, because like you're making fun of something physical, right? You're making fun of something, like it's like making fun of somebody's skin color or making fun of somebody's gender, right? Like it's something you can't change, but there's also a lot of people that are the same exact way. So obviously, if you just say you start dissing black people, other black people are going to feel some type of way about that, even if they're not talking directly to them. If you start dissing short people, other short people are going to feel some type of way about that, even if you're not directly dissing those other short people. You're talking to somebody else. So I think he made a mistake here. I think this was the first actual mistake Drake made.
Niggas really got me out here rapping what I'm living.
If you don't count dissing other people as a mistake.
I might take the latest girl and cuff her like I'm Ricky. Can't believe he jumping in this nigga.
Turning 50.
Every song that made it on the chart, he got from Drizzy. Worry about whatever going on with you and hey, shout out to the who.
So I guess he was saying Diddy here. I thought he was saying 50 because Ross obviously has beef with 50 Cent, has for like 10 years now. If way more than 10 years. But yeah, I always thought he was saying 50, but I guess he's saying Diddy. I didn't even cross my mind until I saw it somewhere else. I always thought it was 50.
Got me out here rapping what I'm living.
This was fire though.
I might take the latest girl and cuff her like I'm Ricky. Can't believe he jumping in this nigga turning
50.
Every song that made it on the chart, he got from Drizzy. Worry about whatever going on with you and hey, shout out to the hooper that be busting out the gritty. I know why you mad, nigga. I ain't even tripping. I ain't even rapping after this. I'm way too busy. This for all the top dogs. Dropping, give me 50. Drop. In that fucking song, y'all got is
Not starting beef with us.
this shit been brewing in a pot, now I'm heating up. I don't care what Cole think
That
shit
was weak as
fuck. Champagne tripping, he is not fucking easing up. Nigga caught a top to see a top, wanna piece it up. Top, wanna piece it up. Top, wanna piece it up. Nah, pussy, now you on your own when you speaking up. You done roll deep to this, it's not fucking deep enough. Begging Casa not, where you not fucking beating us. Numbers wise, I'm out of here, you not fucking creeping up. Money
Kai did say he wasn't talked to by anybody as far as like, he said Kai, begging Kai Sanat or whatever. He said he wasn't talked to by anybody.
I'm out of here, you not fucking sneaking up. Corn by your show money, merch money, feed us. I'ma let you niggas work it out because I seen enough. This ain't even everything I know, don't wake a demon up. This ain't even everything I know, don't wake a demon up. Drop and give me 50, all you fuck niggas teaming up. What? Teaming up, but all of y'all falling like some dominoes. Bros turning hoes, dog, like I ain't got enough of those. I can't wait to see how far you niggas get to reaching now. This the closest thing you niggas getting to a feature now. Backpedal gang, cause a few of y'all been reaching out. Y'all drew the line, what the fuck we gotta speak about? Get your fucking head tapped, you niggas get to peeking out. You had a song for 4 years, drop that shit or shut your mouth. Shut your mouth, nigga. It's me twice in my big three, I had to leave you out. Fucking dumbass, nigga.
That was fire, bro. Like I don't know how you can listen to that and say it's not fire. If you do, I'm not listening to you. That's fire. All right, I don't know. I'm not gonna look at that one too long, but let's check out the full version, the mastered version, if you will. It's much more. Yeah. This version's a lot better. I'm so glad now that I'm doing this, I can go back and actually start listening to these again because like I said, I've been holding off for so long for this. This is hilarious. Be nobody number one fan. First number one, I had to put it in your hand. Because I'm big in Japan. Y'all depend on. It was friend zone.
You won't never take no chain off of us. How the fuck you big stepping with
The
a
size 7 man's on. I love that though. Like I love just that angle of you were just cool with us. Now you're dissing me. You know what I mean? Like I love that because it's probably the truth. I doubt Kendrick and Drake have ran into each other and there was some beef or whatever. But
this the part with the bite, nigga. What's up? I know my picture on the wall.
when y'all cook up, extortion baby, you been shook up. 50 like some push-ups.
Your last one brick, you really not on shit. They make excuses for you cause they hate to see me lit. Pull your contract cause we gotta see the split. The way you doing splits, bitch, your pants might rip. You better do that motherfucking show inside.
So I mean, yeah, if Kendrick is signed to Top Dog, then he signed to Interscope and he signed to Aftermath, there probably is some validity to that. He signed to basically 3 different labels as far as like his money's getting split up. I don't know what Drake's looks like. But from Drake's perspective, yeah, Kendrick probably has a great contract for anybody else's perspective. But from Drake's perspective, Drake's probably looking at that like maybe that's some chump contract, because Drake makes money. I mean, let's be blunt about the situation. So maybe Drake has the room to attack his contract. I don't. Any other artist doesn't have any room to attack Kendrick Lamar's contract. Drake is probably the only other rapper who can do that, and it's valid. It's allowed to be valid. It's valid from his perspective, and I think people have to understand that.
Maroon 5 need a verse, you better make it witty. Then we need a verse for the
Swifties.
Top say drop, you better drop and give them 50.
You know, big three. SZA got you wiped down. Travis got you wiped down. Savage got you wiped down. Savage? But you in the scope right now. But you right now.
I'm at the top of the mountain, so you tight now. Just to add this talk with your ass, I had to hike down. Big difference between
Mike then and Mike now.
What the fuck is this?
20v1 to a king, he a son.
Get more love in the city that you from, nigga. Metro, shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga. Yeah.
The pause in the beat really just adds so much to that. I just want to see some of the comments. Rewatching the whole beef is still crazy. Not gonna lie, this is so cool. I feel like that's the issue with a lot of the opinions on this battle, is that people feel like they gotta, like, not gonna lie. Like, why would you feel like you have to lie? Because the social pressure to say Kendrick just watched him, right? It's hard. You can't just acknowledge, oh, Drake did great. Drake was fire. This is fire. There's a lot of social pressure, which I think needs to be take that into account when you're watching these battle reactions. I'm going to be unbiased. I love Kendrick Lamar. I love Drake's performance in this battle. I'm going to be unbiased. Lost in Vegas is another channel that I thought was pretty unbiased about this whole thing. But yeah, this was fire. Yeah, classic moment. 1 year since the song release. Size 7 shoes for labels. Wow. Yeah, like that was, the whole thing is fire. Like, people loved this. Kendrick got no more excuses. People were forgetting. People were saying this too. People were putting pressure on Kendrick. There was pressure on Kendrick to drop something great. Like, people forget Kendrick was down after this dropped. It was, hey, we need you to drop something. Then Drake dropped Tailor Made, and it was even more pressure. It was like, all right, Kendrick, you need to drop something. Like, there was a lot of pressure on him.
I'm the sixth guy, I'm the front runner. Y'all nigga manager was
Chubb's little blunt runner.
Clean a six and you
Boys
boys
ain't
ain't even
come from it.
And when you boys got rich, you had
Gotta
to
run from it.
Cash blowing,
They were bread out here tricking.
Shit we do for bitches, he doing for niggas. Jet switch chains.
Wicked.
Spinning like you trying to fuck.
Boy, you tripping. Jersey Chippendale, probably got your Chanel.
I just got them done, boy,
To
don't
make me have to chip a nail.
Rolling loud stage, I would turn. That was
Slick
slick
as-
as hell. Shit'll probably change if it BM
the
started
kiss
kissing
and tell.
Hugs and kisses, man, don't tell me about no switches. I'll be rocking every fucking chain I
Oh,
own
next visit.
Ayy.
Why do I always think he said Christmas? Maybe, I told you I haven't listened to this in a long time. See, that's why. See, my memory's already slipping.
I be with some bodyguards
Like Whitney.
Top say, drop your little midget ass.
Better-
Better fucking.
I love that. And people went at Drake for, oh, this is just like petty stuff, calling him a midget. Kendrick did the same thing. They both did it. This is battle rap. This is what we do. This is what you do in battle rap. Yeah, you're gonna take some petty shots about your height, about the way. I just watched Illmac versus Sick, where Illmac is literally dissing him for being buff. It's petty, it's stupid, but that's battle rap. But you mix it in with either real or allegations and plus bars and punchlines and stuff like that, and you get a diss record. And it's, sorry, I thought I heard an alarm. But yeah, that's what battle rap. That's what we do in battle rap. This isn't abnormal. That exposes either your bias or it exposes how much you don't watch battle rap or pay attention to hip hop culture in general. Frying somebody for something stupid like their shoe size is very normal. There's an alarm going off. 1 second. Okay, it stopped screen recording, so I'll go back for a minute. Whatever, and let's go back. Pot now, I'm heating up.
I don't care what Cole think.
The
That
dot
dot shit
was
was
weak
weak
as
as fuck. Champagne.
I love the bullying of Cole. He deserved it. He apologized. He deserved it. But I love the energy of F what Cole thinks. We're getting right to it. F what Cole thinks. F that apology. Like, I love the energy Drake brought to this, and everybody did. And we're forgetting that that energy was putting a lot of pressure on Kendrick. to respond with something better than this. So, and please believe I'm going to glaze Kendrick too. When we get to Kendrick, then we get to parts that deserve to be glazed, I will glaze. But for right now, I'm going to appreciate what Drake is doing. That does not mean I dislike Kendrick or whatever. It's like that one meme where it's like, I say I hate waffles and I say I love waffles. Somebody thinks I said I hate pancakes. Like, no, I'm just praising what Drake is doing here. This is a great diss record.
Tripping, he is not fucking easing up. Nigga calling top to see if
Top wanna piece it up.
Top wanna piece it up.
And I love what he's doing here. You're separate from TDE now. You're on your own. You just left TDE post to this. And I think he kind of corners Kendrick with this angle too, is because when you're saying Top's extorting you, your cuts, whatever, it pressures an explanation. It pressures Top, TDE, Kendrick, somebody for some type of explanation. Why did you leave TDE? It probably was about money. So, but like any explanation that kind of is in the realm of, you know, they were taking too much of a percentage, so I wanted to be on my own. Anything like that, it validates what Drake says. That's why I think we never really got an explanation for why Kendrick's off of TDE, because it probably was about money. And Drake here is saying, you were getting extorted for years.
Numbers wise, I'm out of here, you not fucking creeping up. Money wise, I'm out of here, you not fucking.
But yeah, we pretty much heard this. So yeah, tomorrow, Taylor Made. Day after that, Champagne Moments with Rick Ross. We're covering everything. So yeah, I'm excited. Oh, and then he teased. Oh, I forgot about this. He teased Family Matters. I wonder if that entire Family Matters was done at this point. Drop a 50 bath with the mob on the spot. That little DJ Academics interlude right there, whatever. Skip, that was fire. But yeah, tomorrow, Taylor Made, subscribe.
People always said I could